Hey Vinyl community, this is Tim with the University of Vinyl. Today I'm going to do a fairly quick contest video for Telegram Sam. Telegram Sam is a young lady in the VC who is just got a fantastic personality. She has a very, very deep knowledge of music history and music in general with a diverse taste. I think we kind of share a little bit in common because I also love music history and like talking about it as it relates to albums and recordings of albums and kind of behind the scenes things that may have happened or transpired. Telegram Sam, if you have not checked out her channel yet, please do. Highly recommended. She has a growing record collection, and again, she's very enthusiastic. I love her kind of verve for music and life, and can't recommend her channel any higher than I am right now. Her contest is called Connect 4. And this comes fairly natural to me because what she wants to do is take 4 albums and show the connections between album number 1 to album number 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. I'm actually going to do 5 today. So congratulations. I'm going to drop Telegram Sam's information and link to her channel in the description to my video. Please check her out and let's get started. Okay, the first album I want to show on this kind of journey that we're going to take through 5 albums is the 2020 record store release for Uncle Tupelo. This was live at Lounge Axe. Lounge Axe was a fantastic small club on Lincoln Avenue in Lincoln Park, Lakeview neighborhood of Chicago. Famously, the owner, the co-owner of Lounge Axe was Susan Miller, who is Jeff Tweedy's wife. And Jeff Tweedy and Susan Miller actually got married at Lounge Axe. Anyway, this is a fantastic 2-record set that was originally broadcast way back in probably 1994 on WXRT, fantastic Chicago radio station. You can see that they're kind of name checked there on the back cover. I love that back cover photo with the set list and kind of strewn on the stage floor. I've seen Jeff Tweedy, Golden Smog, several other bands at the Lounge Axe, and it was an incredible venue. I think it finally closed in the year 2000. And Uncle Tupelo, one of my favorite bands. This was recorded during their final tour, coming off the album Anodyne in the spring of 1994 is when this was recorded. Shortly thereafter, about a year later, Sun Volt would emerge from Jay Farrar, who is right here in on the cover. And then, you know, Jeff Tweedy would go on to form the band Wilco, which is both of those bands are still going strong today. Wilco also includes John Sturratt, who is a bass player, was in Uncle Tupelo and a co-founder with Wilco, with Tweedy in Wilco. So yeah, that is the record store release from 2020. I think it's actually been re-released in kind of a wide release now. You may still be able to find this in print or go on Discogs, but it's a really, really good 2-record retrospective set. All the best of Uncle Tupelo. Fantastic band from Bellevue, Illinois, just outside of St. Louis, Missouri. And I'm going to make the connection now. We're going to move to the next band that Jeff Tweedy formed after Uncle Tupelo. I've already talked about it, already mentioned it. That, of course, is Wilco. And this is the 2002 incredible album, Yankee Hotel Foxtrot, and that iconic photo on the cover. This is probably one of the best, if not most famous, Wilco albums to date. Yankee Hotel Foxtrot was recorded in 2001, and songs on this album include War on War, Jesus, etc., Ashes of American Flags, Heavy Metal Drummer, I'm the Man Who Loves You, Pot Kettle Black. A lot of these songs are still being played in concert today. I just saw Wilco at Red Rocks in September. Fantastic show, as usual. And this album was famous because it came at a period where Jay Bennett, kind of a co-leader of the band with Jeff Tweedy, played lead guitar, played keyboards. He and Tweedy were basically butting heads, and he was pushed out of the band. Jeff Tweedy also was going through some personal issues. He had a problem with debilitating migraine headaches, was kind of medicating through various pills, etc., and there were issues. There is a very, very, very good documentary film called I Am Trying to Break Your Heart that documents this entire, the recording of this album, the eventual distribution of the album. And if you can find that on a streaming service, it's highly, highly, highly recommended. We're going to move from Wilco to the Minus Five. Now, the Minus Five is a really interesting band that was primarily the band leader is Scott McCoy. Scott McCoy is a Seattle, Portland musician. He was in Young Fresh Fellows. He has been kind of a side member, was a side member of REM for years, lending support during tours. He's also appeared on several of the later REM albums, and kind of a jack of all trades, great musician, known as a great guy in the industry. And Minus Five included Peter Buck from REM. It also included Ken Stringfellow and John Auer from the Posies. And on this particular album, they basically joined forces with Wilco, including Jeff Tweedy, and recorded a double album as a group called Down with Wilco. And this is really kind of an eclectic mix. These guys are known for their very, very extensive music knowledge and all different artists and styles. And you'll find a smattering of everything on this album. It's really, really well done and well recorded. This came out, I think this came out in 2001, so basically just before the previous album, Yankee Hotel Foxtrot. But that is the Minus Five. Scott McCoy is a lead figure in this band, and Peter Buck from REM was a member as well. So we're going to go from the Minus Five featuring Peter Buck to an album by Robin Hitchcock and the Egyptians. This is Globe of Frogs. This came out in 1987, I believe. If you don't know Robin Hitchcock, he's a fantastic psychedelic folk singer from Britain, although he's lived in the United States for years now. I think he's located in Nashville right now. He was living in San Francisco for a long time. Peter Buck plays Rickenbacker electric, that chiming REM Beatlesque sound. He lends it to two different songs on this album, and he was featured as an unofficial member on several of Hitchcock and the Egyptian albums. But this is a standout Robin Hitchcock album if you haven't heard this before. It's got the kind of alt rock college hit Balloon Man on it, and that's kind of its claim to fame. But it's a very, very solid album from start to finish, and highly recommended. So that is the connection from the -5, Peter Buck, a member of the -5, and he also helped out on this album by Robin Hitchcock and the Egyptians. I'm going to make one more connection, and it's another Peter Buck connection. I'm going to show the 1996 REM album that has just been released, re-released. Beautiful package. This is the 25th anniversary of New Adventures in Hi-Fi. Check out that gorgeous photography on the cover. You know, the CD didn't really do that justice. Once you have this in front of you, it's just fantastic. And some additional photography. Of course, Peter Buck is a founding member of REM. That's the connection back to Robin Hitchcock and the Egyptians. Incidentally, Scott McCoy is featured on several songs on this album. I'm not going to talk much more about this album because if you stay tuned to my next video, I'm going to break this down quite extensively. That is the back cover. This was just released last week. I actually have a limited edition Smoke Marble vinyl edition, but not going to show it today. I'm going to show it in my next video. There is New Adventures in Hi-Fi. This is the 25th anniversary release, just released late last week. Highly recommended. And that is Connect 4. Today I did 5. Telegram Sam, congratulations. I think you were pushing to get over 600 subscribers, and I just looked. You're well over 600. Everybody check her channel out. Please subscribe to her. Please subscribe to me if you haven't already. If you like my stuff, you're going to love her channel. And congratulations again, Sam. Take care.